Hi again, everyone. It's Mark here. Again, I'm the founder of the Arts and Culture Network. We're a growing global community of over 160,000 now, which is very exciting. I don't get to meet everyone, but when I do, it's a pleasure. And that is the case this morning. I'm with Maria Emilov, who is one of our full members. We're entirely member funded as a community, so it's very much appreciated. So Maria, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you, Mark. Hello, everybody.
I'm looking forward to
Lovely
this.
to reach you in this way.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Thank you very much. We're going to have some fun in the next 20 minutes or so. I'm going to create your fantasy cultural year from the answers to 10 easy questions. There are no wrong answers. It always pulls out anecdotes and surprises. And during that fantasy cultural year, I have a time machine and a magic wand at my disposal. So it's going to be fun. But before we do that, I wonder if you'd be kind enough to say hi to everybody. Tell us where you're based and a little bit about the work you do. And while you're doing that, I'm going to open up the work that you have at Art Majeur so that we can have a look at that. I've been looking at that this morning and I love it. It's fantastic. I love the sort of blend of abstraction and figurative. It's great. So all yours. Perhaps you could say hello to everyone, and meanwhile I'm going to share your website so we can browse through the work.
Hello, everyone. I already said hello. That's lovely to reach some of you. I'm based in West Midlands between Birmingham and Coventry. And for a while now, and quite enjoy the rhythm of the big cities, and at the same time the way to go in the countryside to feel the nature and live and appreciate life and be helpful when I can.
That's great. I'm really enjoying browsing some of your work. You should be able to see it. Oh, that's just pulling me in, that one. I love that. The Lady of the Sea. You've also got the best word in art on your website, sold.
Thank you.
That's the best word. So tell us a little bit about your approach to this. I noticed that it's figurative at heart, but it's also got this really quite compelling abstraction as well. So I particularly like The Lady of the Sea. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about this one?
What could I? From where can I start? I like water. I like water spaces. That could be the sea, ocean, or garden pond. I think that comes from my childhood. That was the best time that I had to go on the seaside. And it is linked now with my family here that my husband is born near the sea. And when I go near big water space, I feel inspired, I feel renewed. And this one is particularly from we had a holiday near the RC and the beach. You wait a long time. You walk and on the sun. You see the sun, and suddenly few places appears from time to time the waves or little patches of the sea, because and that bring many memories of me, because walking there's lots of myths, lots of stories about that, who is living in the sea, what's coming in the sea, in any culture, and you made your own story in the end.
I love it. I think it's beautiful. It's an irony that you live in the Midlands, probably furthest away from the sea in the
Yeah,
United Kingdom. But then it may be that inspiration comes when you only go to these big sea venues or ocean venues every once in a while. I live on a river, so and I love it, and I'm drawn to it all the time. But I think if it became commonplace, it might not be quite so inspiring. So I think that's great. So if our viewers would like to explore more of your work, the place to go is artmajeur.com/Maria Emilov. Wherever this interview appears, there'll be examples of your work, and there will be links to here. So that's great. Thank you so much for that tour of your work. We're now going to have some fun. Okay, so based on your fascination for water, I'm going to create your fantasy cultural year and your undoubted skills as a fine artist. So I'd like you to, I need to place you somewhere in the world. Okay, it can be anywhere in the world. And I'd like it to be next to your favorite building. What's your favorite building, Maria?
my favorite building.
Yes.
Well, to be honest, I don't have a favorite building. I like to experience different places, different different stories. Probably then I feel that I belong for a while there. In a way, I can't say. Every time it changes my favorite building.
Okay, so I'm going to place you somewhere based on what we've just discussed. So you mentioned the Irish Sea. So I'm going to put you at a beachside cafe, okay, in Aberystwyth in Wales.
Well, yeah.
Yep, in North Wales, on the coast of the Irish Sea. Okay. I'd like you to imagine that it's sunny and it's warm and it's June. It's 6 p.m. in the evening and you're enjoying the view and being inspired for your next painting. Okay. And there is a drink next to you and it's 6 o'clock on a June evening. What drink would we find next to you?
If I'm on my own, that would be juice.
Juice.
Yeah. If
Okay.
if I'm with friends or with my partner, then it might be a glass of wine.
There we go. We'll give you both. Okay. Excellent. Now, there's also a book on the table next to you. It could be your favorite book. It could be a recent discovery, or it could be a book that's been with you all your life. So what book would we find next to you?
Next to me. I probably would not have a book next to me because I watch the sea. But one of the book that I might like to have will be On the Road.
On which one? Sorry?
On the Road.
On the Lock.
On the Road.
Oh, have you got it? Oh, we're going to see the book. Fantastic. There we go. Here we are. Oh, On the Road. Oh, yes, Jack Kerouac. Fantastic. That's a great choice.
I'll have it.
Yes, you do, which is great.
I'll have it. And I have cup of tea.
And a cup of tea.
Yeah.
So I'd like you to imagine that you've just come from a meeting, okay, with a wealthy Welsh family foundation who love the sea. Okay, they love water and they love art, and they've seen your work, and they're very wealthy. Okay, and they have opened a new gallery in Aberystwyth, and they want to fill it with work inspired by water around the world. Okay, including your work. They would like to hire you for a year, and they're going to send you all over the world to research and find the work of emerging artists who are inspired by water. Okay, it's first class all the way. Friends and family can come and visit you. You will be away for a year. Your all of your work and your personal administration will be managed by a secretary at home. You will get to take a TV crew with you because they'd like a television series out of this as well. There's a book deal in it. When you get back, you can do a TED talk if you wish. And then there is the option after you've done this study you will be the guest of honor at the opening of the gallery, which leads with your work, but includes work from artists all over the world who have been inspired by water. And you can do a global university lecture tour afterwards. You become the go-to person for any art-related comments that are inspired by water. How does that sound? Does that sound like fun?
That sounds like too much work. I mean, there'll be no time for painting.
Oh, they're going to build in plenty of time for painting but there'll be one of your pieces will be shown for each of the places around the world that you go to, and they're all water-based places. So let's start by asking you, assuming you're happy to take on this job, the money is great, it's first class all the way, and you can travel anywhere in the world. Where would you go first to paint anywhere in the world and to meet fellow artists who are inspired by water?
Probably would go to place that I've been.
Where would that be?
And that could be on the Black Sea.
On the Black Sea?
Yeah, that could be on the Black Sea, but I can go from the other side of the Black Sea. For example, to Odessa.
Oh, yes. Okay, that's where we're going first. Okay.
Which my mom visited long time ago.
Excellent.
And I remember when she came back, she was so inspired and so happy of the people that she met.
Excellent. Now remind me, it's a dangerous zone.
Yeah, at the moment.
At the moment.
But I think recently I read a quote of I think Rainer Maria Rilke, that the terrible things make you was very taking out of the context would sound differently, but what
don't worry.
I need to open the door.
Okay.
Somebody knocked at the door.
Okay. We'll come back.
Yeah. So apology time of the day.
Don't worry, I paused the recording. We're good.
Yeah,
we're good.
When the postman.
So let's keep moving. So you're in Odessa, which at the moment is in Russia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. In any terrible in any need to find how to say it I mean to survive need to have something to love. If you have people that you love, you see everything different.
Yeah.
Because you think of them.
Yes.
You think about how their life will go, what you can do for them.
Now so you arrive in Odessa. Okay. you've been on the plane. On the plane, by the way, you turned left because you're traveling first class from the Midlands to Odessa. Let's imagine we live in a different peaceful world for the time being. Okay. And they give you a nice glass of wine and some juice and a cup of tea on the plane. And there is a note from the Family Foundation back in Wales. They have a challenge for you while you're on your travel around the world. They would like you to limit your musical listening to one very specific genre or type of music, to the exclusion of all else. So if you had to spend a year listening to one type of music only, what type of music would that be?
One type.
Yes.
Probably we'll go for classic music.
That's a good choice. It's wide.
Yeah, I'll go for classic music, and because
do you have
my start with the ninth symphony of Beethoven.
Yes, the choral symphony.
Yeah,
wonderful.
that because it's something different, something that includes everything.
Yes. Did you know? Here's a little bit of music trivia for you. When the CD was invented, the compact disc, the reason it was the length it was so that they could get Beethoven's Ninth Symphony on it. So there's a little bit of music trivia. Excellent. Okay, now you've been met in Odessa by friends, family, if there are there, or young artists in Odessa who are equally inspired by the sea. So you have that wonderful view of the Black Sea from Odessa. You have a beachfront apartment, so you're overlooking the sea. And those friends, they tell you, right, we're going to let you settle in, unpack, relax. We're going to come back and we're going to take you to a dance performance and out to dinner. Okay. Now you can choose whatever you want to watch as a performance of dance. It doesn't have to be Russian culture. It can be back in time. You can have any dancers, any dance group, or any dance style, because we have a magic wand and we have a time machine. So what dance performance would you enjoy to watch?
It is a little bit awkward because at the moment you think, because if you think now probably how it's Odessa, I can imagine. If it's another place, probably our fun story will sound better. But I don't know, I probably would watch something that the teenager play.
Okay.
A team group that spontaneously dancing. They can dancing on American, on other music. It could be a local singer. I don't know.
Lovely. So we'll put on a group of young dancers from Odessa doing a contemporary dance that's improvised and storytelling at the same time. How does that sound?
That sounds good. I think they'll love it. We take a moment.
It's a lovely choice.
But think about something in a peaceful.
Yes.
And in a hopeful future.
Okay, so we'll call the piece Peace and Hope. There we go. Excellent. And the dancers come from all over the world as well to take part. That would be lovely. Now they're going to take you out to dinner afterwards in Odessa. What national cuisine, what food would you like to eat? What kind of restaurant would you like to go to?
When I'm for a short time somewhere, I prefer to taste the local cuisine.
Okay.
Because there is a big difference when you try to cook it and when you see how it's cooked by the local. And I'll go for something with fish.
There we go.
That would be sure.
That would be for sure, because of your inspiration of water and the sea and the oceans. That's lovely. Now we're going to fly again, anywhere else in the world, but it has to be coastal. Okay, where are we going?
Where are we going? from the other side of the Black Sea in Bulgaria.
Okay, we can do that.
Yeah.
What
And
is there a
we've got some.
seaside? Is there a coastal town or city in Bulgaria on the Black Sea that you'd enjoy?
Yeah, there's a many. Neseba, Sozopol.
Okay, we'll go there.
And would like to, again, probably I will go to sit somewhere,
Yep.
eat something local.
Yes. Now
And,
it's sport day in Bulgaria. Okay. Because we had breakdancing in the Olympics last year, and some sport is considered performance art. What if I took you to a sporting event? What sporting event would you like to see?
what sporting events would I go? I like football.
Okay.
I like football matches.
So Bulgaria are playing England, and we'll go
And that would be difficult. That would be difficult. I would prefer not because it would be clash of interest. Which one I would support?
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah, for that reason, I'll keep.
Yes, go back.
Yeah,
Excellent.
just enjoy the play. Otherwise, I like watching gymnasts.
Gymnastics.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah,
I like
that's
gymnastics.
a great choice.
And the artistic side is amazing.
The rhythmic
because,
gymnastics with the hoops and the balls and the
which is
I love that as well.
which is very can be very challenging, but at the same time is very picturesque. It's like a dance.
Well,
it's a sport dance.
It is a dance. It's a performance. It's great. Excellent. Now we're going to fly somewhere else. You can go anywhere in the world. Where are we going next?
Where are we going? South America.
South America. Okay. Argentina, Brazil, Chile.
Yeah, Argentina. Anywhere.
Okay, let's go to Rio de Janeiro.
It's too big city again. Enormous.
Buenos Aires or Santiago in Chile. Which would you prefer?
Yeah,
let's go to Santiago in Chile. Now, in Santiago, there is a new art gallery, and you can put on a pair of virtual reality glasses, and you can step into the work of a famous artist. It becomes three-dimensional. It becomes 360 degrees. It's animated. There is sound, and you can see in 3 dimensions what the artist could only show us in 2. Which famous artist's work would you like to step into in those circumstances?
Recently there were Van Gogh. Van Gogh exhibitions like this way.
Wonderful. So
and
you walk around and look.
I had my mind. I thought there's a controversial opinion about it. From one part, you like to see all these people who watched and the painting, and you could touch, enter the painting. It is interesting because you could see details that's in the
it fills the room. A painting about this,
but there is something that's missing. It's missing this feeling of the paint.
The
strokes.
Something
of that rhythm that you could, when you even not so close go to the painting, you could feel still the artist spirit. But can't deny 3D has its charm and attracts lot of people.
It does. Excellent. So Van Gogh it is. Now we're nearly there. The last thing I'm going to do is invite you to have a hero lunch. So we're going to find a restaurant for you in, where did we end up? We're in Santiago in Chile. It's a beautiful restaurant there, a seafood restaurant. Now you can invite one person and you can invite anybody you like, famous or otherwise, living or not. So it could be somebody from history. It could be a family member. It could be somebody who has inspired you. Who would you invite for lunch, for a leisurely 2-hour lunch there?
I would invite Mother Teresa, but she would not come.
She will, because we have a time machine. So,
No, I mean, she probably would not come in the restaurant if she comes.
oh, I think she probably would, because we have a magic wand. So there we go. Maria,
For what I heard of her, she might want to invite somewhere there with in more.
she will bring some children.
Yeah, that can happen.
And you can teach them how to paint.
Yeah, that could be great fun, because it's the first impression how to touch and how to imagine and how to see the world.
Fantastic.
And everyone.
Maria, this has been lovely. Thank you so much for sharing your fantasy cultural year. Wherever this appears, there'll be a profile about you and examples of your work. So we'll go on our website, we'll go on YouTube, we'll go on Spotify, and we'll go on SoundCloud as well. And then we'll be making sure that everybody sees it in our LinkedIn group. So it's very kind of you to do this. Thank you again for being one of our full members. It's very much appreciated. Please don't rush off, but for the time being, thank you so much for doing this. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you very much, Maria.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, everybody who listened to this chat. Was great and not so scary.
Good.
It was more like a friends on the net.
Yes, that was great. Thank you so much, Maria.
Thank you.